Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? These haunting words from Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven echo a deep personal pain that's been a significant part of his life story. In this video, we'll dive into the heart-wrenching journey of Eric Clapton, a name synonymous with guitar mastery and soul-stirring music. Facts First presents The Tragedy of Eric Clapton's Life Will Make You Cry. Early life and family revelations. Eric Clapton, born March 30th, 1945 in Ripley, Surrey, England, grew up under the care of his grandparents, Rose and Jack Clapp. The revelation that his sister Patricia was actually his mother and that his parents were his grandparents came as a shock to the young Clapton. Patricia had become pregnant at 16 with Eric, fathered by Edward Fryer, a Canadian soldier stationed in England during World War II. Fryer's absence left a lasting void in Eric's life, fostering a sense of abandonment that later echoed in his music. Introversion and Escape into music. His discovery of his family's true dynamics deeply impacted his introverted nature, further complicating his sense of identity and ability to forge personal connections. He turned to music, finding a world where he could express himself freely. At 13, inspired by Jerry Lee Lewis's fiery performance of Great Balls of Fire, Clapton's passion for music was kindled. Receiving a Hoyer guitar for his 13th birthday, he initially struggled with the instrument's complexity. However, his fascination with the blues, especially the works of legends like Robert Johnson, Muddy Waters, and B.B. King, fueled his determination. Career beginnings. Clapton's journey in music began to take shape in the early 60s. He started busking and playing in pubs around Surrey by the age of 17, honing his skills and developing his style. His first significant step into the professional world of music was joining the Roosters in January of 1963, though his tenure with them was short-lived, ending in August of the same year. He then joined Casey Jones and the Engineers for a brief period. In October of '63, his career took a significant turn when he joined the Yardbirds, replacing guitarist Top Topham. The Yardbirds were experimenting with blending traditional blues with a more contemporary rock and roll sound. Clapton's time with the Yardbirds was transformative, contributing to hits like For Your Love, but he left the band in 1965, feeling that their shift towards a pop-oriented sound betrayed his deep blues roots. He then joined John Mayall and the Blues Breakers, where his guitar work on the Beano album, named because Clapton was pictured on the cover reading a Beano comic, earned him critical acclaim. It was during this period that the Clapton is God graffiti appeared in London, signaling his growing status as a guitar legend. Troubled relationships. Eric Clapton's personal life was as turbulent as his guitar riffs. In the late 60s, his relationship with Alice Ormsby Gore, a British aristocrat, was marked by intense passion but also instability, often falsely reported as an engagement. This period of his life was a precursor to one of his most tumultuous relationships with Pattie Boyd. Boyd, then the wife of Clapton's close friend and Beatles guitarist George Harrison, became the center of Clapton's world. His unrequited love for her inspired the timeless classics Layla and Wonderful Tonight. Despite the romanticized view of these songs, the reality was far from ideal. Clapton and Boyd eventually married in 1979, but their union was fraught with challenges, including Clapton's infidelities and struggles with addiction. His alcoholism was particularly damning, leading to episodes of domestic violence that Boyd later disclosed in interviews. Battling addiction. Clapton's addiction struggles are a central theme in his life's narrative. His dependency on heroin in the early years of his career was a well-documented battle. Spending approximately $16,000 weekly on heroin, Clapton's life and career were in peril. But his shift from heroin to alcohol brought new challenges. His alcoholism was equally destructive. He hit rock bottom during a performance where he was so inebriated he could only play while lying down. It was the birth of his son Connor in 1986 that ignited Clapton's desire to change. The tragic loss of his son Connor. The birth of Connor was a beacon of hope in Clapton's tumultuous life. However, this joy was devastatingly short-lived. In a tragic accident in 1991, Connor, at age 4, fell from the 53rd floor of a New York City apartment building. This incident shook Clapton to his core, leaving an indelible mark on his life and work. The aftermath of Connor's death saw Clapton channeling his grief into music, most notably in the song Tears in Heaven. This heart-wrenching ballad captures the profound sense of loss and longing Clapton experienced following Connor's death. Later relationships and family life. After the tragic loss of his son Connor, Eric Clapton's personal life entered a phase of transformation. In a significant shift from his earlier years, Clapton found love with Malia McHenry, an administrative assistant he met in 1998 at a party in Columbus, Ohio. Despite the age difference and Clapton's fame, their relationship blossomed into a deep connection. The couple married in a low-key ceremony at the church in Ripley, Clapton's birthplace, in 2002. Their union brought 3 daughters into Clapton's life: Julie Rose, Ella May, and Sophie Bell. This new chapter marked a departure from Clapton's previously turbulent romantic life, ushering in a period of domestic stability and contentment. Health challenges. Eric Clapton's later years have been marked by a series of health challenges that have threatened his ability to perform and enjoy life. Diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy around 2013, he's faced significant difficulties with this condition, which causes numbness, tingling, and sharp pain, especially challenging for a guitarist. This ailment is often associated with long-term alcohol abuse, a vice Clapton struggled with. In addition to neuropathy, Clapton has suffered from hearing loss, a problem not uncommon in long-career musicians, but particularly impactful for someone whose life revolves around music. These health issues, emerging as reminders of his past lifestyle, have underscored the physical toll of years lived in the fast lane of rock and roll fame. Despite these challenges, he's continued to make music and perform, albeit at a reduced pace. Controversial public statements. One of the most notable incidents occurred in 1976 during a concert in Birmingham, England. In a state of inebriation, Clapton made racist and xenophobic remarks, endorsing the controversial politician Enoch Powell and echoing Powell's anti-immigration rhetoric. This incident, deeply rooted in Clapton's struggles with addiction, caused widespread outrage and led to the formation of the Rock Against Racism campaign. Clapton has since expressed deep regret for these remarks, attributing them to his addiction and lack of awareness at the time. In recent years, he's found himself once again at the center of controversy due to his opinions on the COVID-19 pandemic, specifically his stance against lockdowns and vaccine mandates. His collaboration on the anti-lockdown song Stand and Deliver with Van Morrison and his subsequent statements regarding vaccine mandates have ignited debates and drawn criticism, demonstrating that Clapton's capacity to stir public sentiment extends beyond his music. Now it's time to hear from you. Which part of Eric Clapton's life story resonates most with you? Let us know in the comments section below.